Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10. Fields. And he slides and covers up at the... Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Back to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Back to throw now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, it's White. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's White. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Second down, here's Hurts. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. But pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Milton Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that
under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Phillips in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now 3rd down and very long. Herbert powering up the middle. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. It's brought in by Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Hurts. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
That'll be caught by Shipley. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Being chased out left. That'll be caught by the rookie from Penn State. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Hurts sets up to throw it. Down inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Now White with a first down throw. Open man there is Darnell Washington. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw, White. And he'll get it right now. A loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Third down and 1. Hurts. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! Tank Bigsby from 8 yards out. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
And
he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And certainly this not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's White. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now White. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. White looks to throw. And he finds Austin complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now White. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's White. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Shipley. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He's got his target. That's complete. They can't tackle him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This is caught. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.